Hello, everyone. David Brenna with DryFlyPro.com. That's the website that you'll find all of our various platforms and interesting information about fly fishing. This is a series that we've started a little while ago. It's called the How-To series, but it's really about the tricks of the trade for those of us that have been around a long time and tied a lot of flies. One of the things that I realized in normal fly tying videos is that some of the obvious tricks, shall we say, are not necessarily displayed effectively for beginners, and that's very unfair. It doesn't, you shouldn't have to do what I did, and that is take 20 plus years to start to figure out the various tricks. I've been tying for almost 50 years now, so I know pretty much all the good things to do to make it work well. Today we're going to do a hairwing fly, a simple approach to creating and placing a hairwing fly on a hook. The material used is deer hair, elk hair, caribou hair, multiple colors. It depends on what you're interested in tying. Some obvious patterns that you know about: elk hair caddis, the muddler minnow. There's oodles and oodles of patterns with hairwing flies that work very well. The features of the material, the fibers of the hairwing from the body of those animals is hollow. Now that provides the fly tyer with two opportunities. Number one, hollow materials are much more buoyant, and so they help keep your dry fly dry. The number two thing is that as you tightly wrap those materials, they tend to splay out. And that's what gives you the ability to spin, if you will, deer hair or elk hair around the shank of a hook, and then cut it back to create various shapes of heads of insects. That's why it's a real popular item on hopper patterns. So today I'm going to show you a trick to make sure that your hair wing stays in good shape while you're tying a fly. So let's go to the bench right away, and we're gonna show you. Okay, as you'll notice, I've already done a little bit of work here. I've put on a dubbed body just to help the viewer understand how I line up the wing with the body. This is a size 12, I believe, a Daiichi hook, and it'll serve us very well for doing this experiment. So here I have some elk hair. I believe it's a natural color, probably a winter elk. But again, deer hair would work. Almost anything would. Any of the hairs that have that hollow hollow material on it, and I'm going to place some of that in a hair stacker. I'm going to take this and remove as much as I can of the loose fibers so that I have a piece of fiber that I know will serve my purpose as a wing, a hair wing, to whatever fly we decide to make this into. Notice that the ends are pretty even, and I'm going to set them right above the bend of the hook, no further back than that. Now, normally people would tie this on immediately to the shank, but the problem is that then your wing also splays out like you don't necessarily want it to. So here's a simple solution. You wrap a loop of thread once around the package of fibers that you have in your hands, then you tighten down on the shank. You're still going to get the splay in the front, but in the back, the hair wing stays in place and maintains its shape, and it also does a better job of imitating the wing. Next, I'm going to just simply tie off here with a real quick whip finish. Nothing fancy at all, because what I'm really interested in doing is showing you the results of the trick that I use to make sure that we had a decent wing. And again, I'm going to do a very quick and pretty awkward. This is not how I would usually do it, but I'm just going to cut some of the flayed material off so that you understand that those fibers would be eventually part of the head of a caddis or muddler minnow or whatever. And that's all there is to it. Notice that the fibers for the wing are very well shaped and fit nicely against that fly body. And they won't flay and get out of control if you do that one beginning wrap around the bunch of fibers that you're using. That's all there is. And enjoy your fly tying, enjoy your fishing. Thanks for joining me.